What's going on, guys? It's your boy Larry. This is part 3 of the Falcon in review. I don't know what's going on. Reset my computer. Did a whole bunch of stuff. But let's see if this works. I don't know. I lost my train of thought now because I don't know why the heck would it just disappear like that. It was still live on my end. But anyway, uh, I'm concerned about the Falcons organization right now. Uh, really am. And I think a lot of Falcon fans are. Uh, we don't know who our next coach is going to be. That's fine. I'm sure Arthur Blank and Rich McKay are going to try to find the best candidate that they feel that will fit our organization and the structure that they want to have. Yeah. Now, I've never been an NFL owner or in the NFL hierarchy. So it just, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna take questions from you guys because I talked a lot before, but basically the sum of it is Atlanta Falcons did not make the playoffs. We fired Arthur Smith. We had a press conference that was confusing at the least and worrisome at the best. Uh, we know our GM is more of a, how would I say, a GM with just worried about the draft and salary cap and stuff like that. That Rich McKay and Arthur Blank do all the hiring, the major hiring, so coaches. And they did reiterate that Terry had no interactions with Arthur Smith prior to them hiring and putting those two guys together. So one narrative was that Terry knew what he was getting into. Well, I guess yes, because um, they explained it to us that they do all the hiring of the coaches and GM separate. They like that. They like that formula. From what Arthur Blank was saying, and yeah, what's up, little Shicey? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream. This sounding for you. Appreciate you coming through. Maybe I combine all three of them and form. So I appreciate y'all coming back. Like I said, I reset everything. Hopefully everything goes fine right now. Cause we actually, I mean, we got a stream at 8 o'clock, a national basketball game. So hopefully everything's working well, man. Thank you guys for coming through. If you guys hear me fine, please put a 1 in the chat. Please put a 1 in the chat. What's up, little Shiesty? I see you, fam. All right, 1. All right, appreciate that, little Shiesty. I see you. Where's all the Falcons game? Um, I want to ask you, little Shiesty, since you're in here and you responding right now. How do you feel about the press conference yesterday? Where are the fans at? Well, we had people on earlier, but the stream cut off for some reason, so that's why I brought it back. I wanted to ask the people what did they thought. I never got a chance to look over their chat. So hopefully people come back and they can put in what they thought about it, and then we can keep going. So little Shicey said, you feel good. Okay. All right. Was it just because of what just because we got rid of Arthur Smith, or was it things in that press conference that made you feel better moving forward? Because I want to hear from both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? If you feel good about it, yeah, I watched it live too. Okay, you feel good about because we got rid of Arthur Smith. Okay, I got you. Um, do you feel good that Terry don't have any like? Well, he has input. Excuse me. Terry has input into hiring a new coach. Would you like to hear from Terry at that press conference, or you will find the way it was that you wanted to hear from Arthur Blank and Rich McKay because those are the two big dogs. No need to talk to Terry. I need to get more opinions on this. Look, Shice say we finna get a head coach that can possibly take us to the playoffs. Okay. Do you feel like we're gonna get a veteran coach or a up and coming coach, a first time coach? All right. So Lil Shice said he would have liked to talk to Terry also. Okay. All right, guys. As you guys populate back in, man, we appreciate every last one of you guys coming through. Something. Yeah, I don't know why he was there either, man. I thought if he wasn't there, he was out, you know what I'm saying, scouting players or out trying to, well, excuse me, not out scouting player, but out trying to get a new coach. You know what I'm saying? But Arthur Blank said he was in the building, which was really strange. If he was in, because you go back and look at prior press conferences, when Thomas Dimitrov was there, whenever there was a big decision like this, he was there. He was there. So all the smoke I was giving that Terry, I apologize, Terry. I apologize. Mr. Golf Man, how you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through. Is this my job? Nah, man, I wish it was my job. Nope. I'm just a regular old Falcon fan. Jay Black in the building said, "What's up, guys? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. I see you." Look, Shiesty said, in my opinion, I think we'll get a young coach like Ben Johnson. He's been a hot topic going around. I don't know how many years he's been an offensive coordinator. I think it's just been this year. That'll kind of scare me because Arthur Smith was the hot young guy, but I don't want to put blame or something like that and being like, well, if Arthur Smith didn't work, then Ben Johnson will work because that's not fair to Ben Johnson. You know, that's not. He is a hot name coming in. Jay Black says Terry not being present was still a bad look, regardless of how the front office set up. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too, man. I kind of look at it like they explained what his role was, so I understand fully what his role is. You know now, uh, it's more on the personnel side with the players, not with staff or anything like that. Other than that'll be probably Rich McKay, you know, the president of football operations job. So I see that, and Terry gives in input, but ultimately it's going to be either Rich McKay or Arthur Blank's decision. All right, you guys are populating back in. Thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate it. With all the technical difficulties, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I don't know if I was preaching too hard earlier or what, but I'm gonna try to keep a cooler head right now, and hopefully the stream stay on this time. Steve said, "I don't trust Arthur Blank with this hire. Horrible track record." Uh, it ultimately it is the owner's prerogative to do it the way he see fit. My thing is, if you get a GM and he can't build a team in his image, then you're kind of handcuffing him. You know what I'm saying? I Oh, see, I threw a lot of smoke at Terry, but I apologize now, man. He did about as what he could do because you being brought in, and we don't know what Terry's philosophy is on building the team, but it's a conglomerate of people building the team, whichever, like team they have. Like Arthur Blank was explaining the structure, like Terry and Arthur Smith, and they have people that help them out, that help make decisions on personnel, draft picks, and all of that. But they also said that one of them was going to do drafting, and one of them was going to handle the free agency. So I don't know. I definitely think the coach should have input on the players that he got to coach, because the system, he got to fit his system. Hold up, we got a super chat. I don't want to miss anybody else's. I'm gonna come back up. But we got a super chat. Jay Black says, remember when Rich McCase was asked how many people were marketing in the marketing department, and Blank said, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Arthur Blank didn't say top heavy. Rich McCase said, like, Arthur Blank. I think you got it around. Appreciate that super chat. Hold up. Let me give you a super chat sounder too. All right. Appreciate that super chat. Jay Black. It was Arthur Blank that was explaining, like, coaching now and the duties that the coaches and the GM now, because he was trying to explain what Terry and Arthur did and shared, and then he went off into, like, talking about, just bringing up, like, the social media. He was like, when we first got our social media person, we only had one person and their assistant, so two people. Now he was like, how many we got? And then Rich McKay said, too many, haha. And then he was like, well, around 36 or something like that. So I see what you mean about too many top heavy management. But for social media, yeah, definitely. I mean, look, man, they got a pyramid structure that they like. And hey, there it is right there. That extra super chat sound. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, Jay Black, for supporting the stream like that. Let me go back up. C Dub said, I want Harbaugh, Flores, Morris. Those will be good coaches that have already, established that they could win. Flores got fired when he was after he had 2 winning seasons, but they just didn't live up to expectations and they didn't make the playoffs in a stacked AFC. Harbaugh is gonna have his pick. I'm not sure a strong-willed, strong personality coach will want to come here with a whole bunch of cooks in the kitchen. Now they did say they would evaluate what their tier structure would be depending on the coach they could get. So that could give you some leeway on C-Dub. Oh yeah, my bad, man. I ain't giving no sounder. Uh, appreciate that, cuz I see. Uh, that could lend to if we get the right coach, they may loosen the reins and give that coach more power, depending on the pedigree of the coach. And that kind of leaves a wiggle room for Belichick or Harbaugh, to be honest. So that could be an option, guys. So hope it's not lost if you want Harbaugh or Bill Belichick or Brian Flores. But I don't know. C-Dub also says, I don't want a young coordinator anymore. It's time to get head coaching experience. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Now, I will say that I share the same disdain for Bob Petrino as Rich McKay does. So we definitely share common ground on that. Now, I know a lot of people say, I really only want to bring up the Petrino stuff because I think it was, the way he did it was kind of cowardly. You know what I'm saying? Not kind of cowardly. It was cowardly. If he would have been, straight up with him, be like, look, guys, I got to go. I took this job thinking I was going to coach Michael Vick. And he's not here. I don't want to coach this, But again, you got to get into it and get into the weeds and get with the lawyers and all that stuff. Yeah. But if he wouldn't have handled it like that, I don't think there would have been that much hard feelings. That dude will be never welcome in the halls of the Falcons ever. All right, Jay Black said, I don't mind a young OC, but I want a veteran head coach. Okay, I got you. C-Dub also says, Terry should have been there, but I'm glad Arthur and Rich McKay got exposed. Well, here's the thing. I think when I look back to it, they definitely, they would say something contradicted. And it was confusing. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of, it was confusing. So I just look at it like, I'm not going to be as harsh as I was on Terry. Now, I'm not. Oh, Larry, you being soft now. No, I can't. How can I? I mean, I saw Demetro up there with them guys at the big boy table when decisions like that made before, and Terry's not. So, I don't know. I wish him luck, whatever. He's going to find out. He's going to have a hand in it because he's going to, say, hey, who could fit? He's probably going to get hey, I may want to draft like this. He'll probably be in the interview process throwing questions at the candidate. You know what I'm saying? This is how I like to draft. I like best player available. What do you like to do? You know what I'm saying? He'll probably be in there for that. I'm sure that's what they mean. They don't want to go over everything on what their guys do. They explain everything to everyone because it opens them up to more criticism. But yeah, I'm just not sure if a very experienced coach would want to work under those circumstances. That's all. C-Dub says, Terry should have been there, but I'm glad. Oh, yeah, no. I read that. My bad. Terry would be the guy to go after the free agents. Yeah, and I think while they didn't want to say who did what, they kind of let that out the bag. Well, Rich did. And Rich, Mr. McKay, he came out and said several times that, I just look at things when I'm the GM, how I put myself in their shoes and stuff like that. But he also say, well, I didn't have anything to do with it. I let those guys work. That's what we paid them for. I understand that. I respect that. So yeah, that part of it I definitely understood and I definitely respect it. So yeah, I think when all the fans were speculating that that Terry was the one to go get Ryan Nielsen or suggest Ryan Nielsen, because we already know that no coach will be on this team without a Rich McKay stamp and then Arthur Blank ultimate stamp. Well, not stamp. He signed the check, so his John Hancock. So basically, you can kind of look back now and say who did what. Now, Terry did say he shared on the role with drafting players, but I'm thinking the last veto powers now, from what they said, or what Rich McKay was expounding on before Arthur Blank cut him off, was like, one may do the draft and the other may do free agency and stuff like that. And then we hire the personnel, the upper management hires the coaches and stuff like that, and we vet them. So I feel like that Ryan Nielsen and Gray and going to get Jesse Bates, going to get Amunada, all the defensive changes that we made with the press conference we had, I feel like that was Terry Fontenot. Now we can go back and look at the drafts. Shout out to Atlanta Bird Game, who had an excellent exercise, always breaking down stuff. Like, he breaks it down, man. And he ain't gonna sugarcoat either, man. Shout out to Tidy. Y'all check out Atlanta Bird Game. If you haven't, you need to. Link is in the description. Shout out to all the reporters that, ask the hard questions. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys were speaking for us. So we appreciate you guys for doing that. Like, seriously. Some of the voices I recognize, other voices I didn't, like Steak and Domino and Cellini and Mark Zeno. I don't know. I thought I heard Home Team, but I'm not sure. But yeah, shout out to everyone that was out there asking the hard questions. Lil Shiesty coming in saying NFL executives saying the Falcons are odd-on favorite to get Bill Belichick. If that happens, you guys understand that Bill Belichick is the head coach and the de facto GM of the Patriots. And that might be the reason why they said it will depend on, when they were talking about Terry's duties and stuff like that. Things could change. They said they're not trying to minimize his role in this organization, but they may adjust things depending on what type of coach they get. So with you saying that, Lil Shiesty, that makes sense on what he said, because you got to think about Bill Belichick is watching this press conference too, or at least his agent would, Y'all make sure y'all say hello to the beautiful Shonda. If you see the Dixon way in the chat, don't be disrespectful. It's my beautiful wife, Shonda. She on the ones and twos right now. Thank you, babe. Love you. I don't want to give the Patriots any pick. Yeah, it will cost picks because he's under contract. Sorry, I got a lot of thoughts. If that was me. No, don't worry about it, C-Duck. Dave said, what's going on, Dave? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's time for you. He said, I would suspend my fandom if they bring in Belichick until he's gone. Oh, my goodness. So that's a no for Dave for Belichick. I trust Terry that he would get us a good coach. Well, the thing is, Lil Shiesty, ultimately, it's not his decision. It's Arthur Blank and Rich McKay. They're going to probably go get another search firm. They're not going to confirm the search firm yet. But in my opinion, well, they are not in my opinion. They already said the search is already on. So, yeah, you don't make a You don't make a firing at 12:01, Arthur Smith, after you already had the meeting prior to, if you didn't know that you already made up your decision. You know. Oh yeah, Jay Black, I got it. So I'm back down to that. Atlanta Dog. What's up, Atlanta Dog? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. It's time for you. The Falcons aren't going to give up picks for a head coach. That's what they need all the picks. If they're going to give up picks, they should give up picks for the quarterback, not for a coach. See, Dub say they will if they want Bill Belichick. Well, they have to. They have to. There had to be some kind of compensation since he's under contract. But I'm not giving them a lot. I would give them a 7th rounder. It's like, you guys want to get rid of them, we want them. Here's a 7th rounder. Take that. I'm not giving you anything higher than the 7th rounder. Mind you, I don't want Bill Belichick, but if I'm the Falcons, I'm be like, you guys want to get rid of him, we want him. Here's the 7th rounder. Three Dirty in the building. What up, fam? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome back to the stream. My thoughts on the hiring committee is I feel like Terry, while he will have input, I feel that if Terry was responsible for getting Ryan Nielsen and Coach Gray in here and getting the Jesse Bates. Of course, the selling part is when Arthur Blank get in front of you. He like you, then he'll sell it. He's the finisher. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arthur Blank is the finisher. So we definitely appreciate that. But the ideal and stuff like that, to build a defense like that on Ryan Nielsen, because he knew what he had in Ryan Nielsen with the Saints. That seems like a Terry Fontenot thing. And if Terry Fontenot could do that, I think he could build this team in his image. I always thought that the GM, since they get the majority of the blame if the picks or the coaches don't work right, then you would think that they would get a little bit better input, a more prominent role in input on hiring the coach. But we've seen this throughout Arthur Blank's tenure as our owner. He tends to go towards the younger, higher upside, younger potential type coach, kind of like draft. Like, the coaches is kind of Arthur Blank's draft. And he's vetting all these people. He's talking to them and interviewing them like it's a combine. And he takes great pride in picking the coach. That's why he was offended when people was questioning the pickers. And he retorted like, I don't think anything's wrong with the pickers. I just think certain circumstances, it just didn't work out. While he did throw Dimitroff a bone saying, we're not blaming him for Matt Ryan's contract. Matt Ryan and Julio contract with the salary cap situation we were in. And they kind of gave Terry praise in that too, how he, used the salary cap well. He feel like they got the talent to win. And they also said they don't believe in rebuilding. They believe in retooling. So, but again, and I feel like Arthur Blank felt like he was probably lied to Arthur Smith about how well Ritter really was. How good of a talent he really was. Arthur Blank could have got catfished on that, guys. Really and truthfully. So the committee, I just feel like that your actions showed that Terry, while you respect his opinion, it wasn't enough to have him at the desk with you guys. So I don't know what his voice really is in there. But if Ryan Nielsen and Jerry Gray was his picks, man, those are some pretty good picks. Now we know we have people that disagree on how we run things on our defense. We run our 3-4 like a 4-3. Now I agree with people who, you know what I'm saying, we can go back and debate that, but overall our defense was the best part of our team this season. So, and picking up Jesse Bates was probably the best defensive pickup since John Abraham. Not even think, I know. So, yeah. Bolander said, Brian Flores. I wouldn't mind Brian. I don't know if we'll get him because he's mixed up. And I don't know if his lawsuit is over yet or not. I know he's working as an assistant right now. But I'm not sure if, I don't know if our organization will want to take on as a head coach if that situation hasn't been resolved yet. So, C-Dub said Richard Art came off as unprepared and fast. Yeah, there were a lot of questions that were asked that they didn't expect to be asked. They had everything to answer. Like, they had quick answers about Arthur Smith. But when the conversation pivoted over to Terry, why he wasn't there, and then once they started explaining, like, ultimately it's going to be us picking the coaches, and then once they questioned, well, would you guys want to switch it up to try to get another different result? It was like, well, Dan Quinn got us to the Super Bowl. Now, we didn't get the result that we wanted, but I think that was a good pick. I would think everyone would think that was a good pick. But as a fan, we would say we feel like that Dan Quinn's picking, or Dimitroff, whoever it was, Dimitroff or Dan Quinn picking Kyle Shanahan as the offensive coordinator was the main reason we made the Super Bowl. And once he left, we were trying to chase that forever. We made Sarkisian do that offense. We went and got another offensive coordinator, made him run that same offense, Kyle Shanahan playbook. So we were chasing our tail on that. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a lot of things I'm not sure about. But I think if we got someone like Belichick, they would definitely demand more control, and guys would have to conform to, or they wouldn't come here. It won't be the best player available. Yeah. T-Dub, what's up, T-Dub? How you doing? To be honest, I think they don't care as long as their pockets are straight. Oh, man, T-Dub. But first of all, T-Dub, let me give you that sounder, man. Welcome to the Dixon Way, man. I really appreciate it. And thank all of you guys. If you was here earlier and it blacked out, you came back, man, you guys are the real one, man, for real. You guys are awesome. That sounded for every last one of you guys. It's also for everyone that comes and watch this on a recap or replay. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all the support. From me and Shonda, we want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Seriously. For real, for real. We call it Dixon Way family for a reason. Gibby up in. What up, Gibby? I see you, fam. Welcome back to the stream. James Daniels a bust. You know what? I'm kind of on that boat with you, man. The only problem is the top three teams all need quarterbacks. Now, what if Washington goes, get Harbaugh, and then Harbaugh wants to get his boy, J.J. McCarthy? Now, that'll work. But other than that, guys, unless we get in the top 3, all those teams need quarterbacks, guys. Are you willing to trade up and force the Bears' hands? Because the Bears are really waffling on if they're going to keep Justin Fields or not. They're waffling on it. If we came with a contract they couldn't refuse, we could possibly get that first round. A first this year, so basically a swap. A first next year in 2 seconds. Especially if Jacksonville, re-signs Ridley, then we have an extra second. So, just something to think about. I know you might say, Larry, that's way too much, bro. I like Michael Penix's arm talent, but man, he was getting beat up that last game, and he already got injuries. Looked like he had a busted up rib. He was holding his ribs like this. I'm like, Lord. And he left-handed, so his blind side is Caleb McGarry. See, I got to think about that. I haven't heard anyone say that either. He's left-handed, guys. He's left-handed, so his blind side is the right tackle, not the left tackle. And you know who our right tackle is. So we gotta think about that if we were going to, take a chance and get Michael Penix Jr., I think the only one we seriously have a chance to go up and get the draft pick wise is go up to number 4 with the Cardinals. The Cardinals are number 4. So, but you got the Panthers that went to Chicago, then Washington, and then no. New England, then Washington. And all 3 of those teams need a quarterback. All 3 need a quarterback. So the only thing we can possibly wish for if Harbaugh go to like New England or to Washington and want to pick and want to draft this boy. That's about it. If not, the first 3 quarterbacks are coming off the board. They are. But yeah, I definitely want Jaden Daniels. Now, there was, people talking about, do you think the Falcons just go defense, get an older quarterback, and then just ride it out? Our schedule is going to be extremely hard next year. And they'll never say they're going to tank because they always say retool because they don't want to lose. But they go get a veteran quarterback, stack defense on the draft, go get you another burner on the outside because this is a wide receiver and quarterback, like offensively. This is a wide receiver and quarterback draft. So you can go defense and in the second round, pick up a top wide receiver. You feel me? Wide receiver talent. I mean, I would go after a pass rush if you're not going to get a quarterback. Verse should be there from Florida State. I really like his talent. So, only thing I will be worried about is I got to question him why he quit why he didn't want to play in the Orange Bowl. I know players sit out because they're preparing for the draft, but that was more so we protesting, felt like. That's the only thing I would worry about with him. I don't need to get another I need to know that this kid loves football. Last time we got a high profile pass rusher that didn't have a passion for football, Y'all know his name. I don't even have to say his name. Y'all know it. Big Fish says, too many chefs. It's football, not brain surgery. Owner needs to trust the system. Who you telling, brother? I mean, you really think that they would trust them more, but hey, man, it is what it is, what it is. She does said when Zeno asked that question. Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Zeno, man. Zeno ain't never scared to say nothing. He will say what he want to say. That's a northeastern attitude of the media that he brings down here to the South. Jay Black said, tighty good people, Falcons. Yeah, #1 Waffle House manager. That's right, man. Always represent, man. Atlanta Bird Game. Y'all make sure y'all check out Atlanta Bird Game whenever you can. He's going to have part 2. So I'm talking about it in general. But he's breaking down the film. He broke down first half of it. I was watching it today. And then he's going to break it down the second half tonight. So you guys make sure you go to part 2 of Atlanta Bird Game breakdown of that conference. Now, Lil Shiesty bring out something that they question him about too. The Falcons CEO Arthur Blank doesn't think it was a mistake passing on Lamar Jackson last offseason. The Falcons missed the playoffs and couldn't settle on a quarterback. There's 2 ways of thinking of this. If you think Lamar would have carried us on offense alone, we wouldn't have had the same defense. Okay? So I see the thinking that they didn't want to spend all that money. And that stat that they brought up said was kind of true when they were talking about Matt and why they had to move off of Matt. They said that Matt Ryan equal up to 20% of their salary cap. And teams that generally make the playoffs or go deep in the playoffs, their quarterbacks did not surpass 13%. It was something like that. It was something low. So it was like the one with Matt Ryan well exceeded. So that's why they were trying to, I think that's when they were talking about trying to get Deshaun Watson and that process like that when Arthur Blank was expounding on that. But Lamar Jackson, I just think we never really had a chance to get Lamar Jackson. I think they were going to match anything and everything that came their way. They wanted everyone else to set the market. They didn't want to just give a blind check and say, we're going to give it to you fully guaranteed, just like Deshaun Watson. So you see the pitfalls of that now. It's a good thing that Deshaun Watson agent was slick and we didn't end up saddled with him because he's not the same. Excuse me, he's not the same player. He's just not. C-Dub said, I hope they go out the hardball. If not, man, Flores or more. Yeah. Steve says, CBS Insider reports the Falcons. Okay, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, we talked about that. They should put Morris as offense coordinator and Harbaugh at head OC. Ryan. What's up, Ryan? Welcome back to the stream. It's time for you. Appreciate you coming through. Hold up, man. No, that's the wrong one. You a fool, C-Dub. C-Dub said, I'm interested in Beyonce. That doesn't mean she want me. Yeah, he's a DC with the Bills. I know. I just don't know if he's finished with that. With that lawsuit or whatever with the NFL. I'm not sure if he's finished with that. Yeah, I don't think we were getting Lamar. That could work, Gibby. That definitely could work. Definitely could work. Yep. Yeah, Gibby, that is true. But again, our organization, I understand that you can't, as an organization, you can't come out and say we're tanking. You got people paying an enormous amount of money for PSLs and for season tickets. It's easier for us to say that because we're not in there, we're not spending our heart on money. So I understand it's a business. You're not going to say we're going to rebuild. But when you took on all of that salary cap, you kind of said it without saying, to be honest. So C Dub said they should have cut Matt before after going, or they should have told Matt before going after Watson. Or they should have traded. Okay, okay, you saying they should have traded Matt? Well, I mean, the escalator clause was always going to be the escalator clause. Remember when they got here, they were asking Matt Ryan to restructure his contract because Arthur Smith was non-committal about Matt Ryan at first. I thought it was the other way around, but I remember that now that Matt Ryan, he restructured his contract, and that's why it was so bad. After you do that and he played the season, man, it was over. Because I think that's why they wanted to pay. That's how they got to pay Grady. I think. I think that's how they was able to pay Grady. What's up, man? Hawkins? How you doing, fam? Welcome back to the stream. It's time for you. Would I be happy with Justin Fields? That's a double-edged sword. We found out through Terry interview with at the Athletic that they weren't thinking about getting a quarterback and getting Justin Fields when he fell in our lap because they felt like they were going to fully build behind Matt Ryan. And then after a year, well, that's after he restructured. Then after a year of seeing him, they was like, I don't think this is going to work. And we got to work out this contract stuff. So once that got into play, yeah, I mean, I don't think they really value Justin Fields like that, or they would have drafted him. So it kind of is what it is. He would be better than anything we have here right now. And maybe he, improves a lot and had that chip on his shoulder because Chicago gave up on him. And we don't play Chicago anytime soon. I know this. That's why my cousin wanted us to draft Justin Fields because we won't have to. They won't have to see him, and they won't picks from us. You said Fields is doomsday stay in Chicago. I think he'll be good fit for y'all. I mean, you see a lot of national people saying that he would be a good fit here. But again, man, I would take my chances on a rookie. But it just depends on how much we're willing to go up and get him. That's it. How much is it going to cost to get number 1 through 3? So I think consensus is Caleb Williams is going first, then Drake May, and then Jane Daniels. So unless you could trade with New England, but again, I don't know if they put the coach in the deal. I never heard anything like that. They put the coach in the deal to give up more picks or something like that. I don't know. Get the draft pick and the coach. I don't know. But again, I'm not advocating for Bill Belichick. No, you guys gonna go back and say Larry wanted Bill Belichick. No, I didn't say that. It's just something that was brought up in the chat. So yeah, right now, man. Let's see. Sean Payton got the trade right. Got traded right. Yeah, he did. He got traded. I forgot what the Saints got, but they got some kind of compensation. Hey, he was still under contract. So moving forward, guys, do you guys feel like the structure we have now is a championship winning structure? Or does this structure give you pause moving forward? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like it's okay. We're heading in the right direction. We got rid of Arthur Smith, or put a 2 in the chat. Feeling like you're still worried about our hiring and firing mechanisms, our chain of command, and how many cooks are in the kitchen. Man, Hawkins says it gives me pause. Lil Shiesty said the Falcons need to get a head coach, then worry about the draft. I mean, it kind of sounds like that's what they're doing, because if the coach is going to have at least 50% of the input in the draft, I don't think Terry can start and then build a big board without his head coach. That would be counterproductive, because if you bring the coach in, you got a whole like whiteboard full of prospects, and they come in there with a big old eraser. Nope, I don't like none of that. Now you got to start over. So yeah, I don't know if he's even doing that. I would assume so. Like, operations don't stop, man. Football is a year-round, thing. Hawkins said 2. Shiesty said 1. C-Dub said 2. Okay. I'm going to put Jarvis in there. So when you guys say it, Jarvis is speaking into existence. So yeah, man, my biggest takeaways from there, man, is I was a little bit too hard on Terry. So Terry Fontenot, I apologize. I apologize on how hard I was on you. You doing about as much as you can, bro. Period, point blank. I just hope you don't get scapegoated. Do your best and get the best picks in here. Look like you're in control of the draft. And don't draft Brock Bowers. If y'all can't get Jaden Daniels, I need y'all to trade out of that pick and move down to get a value pick on defense. Yeah, if you can't get one of the top 3 quarterbacks, and just like Gibby said, this is one of the better.
Terry is working his butt off.
Yeah.
C-double says, come on, we need a T.
Stop it.
C-double says, LOL.
Stop that, C-Dub. About to make me laugh. I just look at it like we're at a crossroads right now, guys. I feel like a lot of fans are very concerned with our direction. And they were left. Hold on, wait a second.
2 If they go in this process with Fontenot in the backseat, we will be in worse shape next year than we are now. Blank and McKay don't know football. Lil Shiesty says, LOL. Deadline Ravenio says, see you at the crossroads.
You ain't funny. You ain't funny, Roy. What up, fam? I see you on Twitch.
Man, go get for QB and possibly get back in the first R&D and get past rusher.
Yeah. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, C-Dub. Excellent comment, man. And also 3 dirty, too. You're going to sit here and tell me that we can't get one of these quarterbacks? Now, if we move up to 3, we ain't going to be able to move back into the first round, C-Dub. We're going to exhaust a lot. To move the 8 to 3 would cost a first and probably a second and a fifth and a player or something like that. To move up to number 1 or the top 3, oh, man, it's going to take 2 firsts. Basically, the swap and then next year first also. And it's not going to be like pick protected or lottery protected either. Because this is one of the best quarterback drafts in a while. And the thing about it is,
Lil Shiesty says, go get a WR to help London.
Not in the first round, brother. Maybe in the second round. Not in the first round. I don't know if I want a wide receiver in the first round without getting another quarterback. Like, that would be crazy. If we go 4 straight years, we're getting offensive skill positions and not have a quarterback.
Don't trade up, stay at 8.
Okay, don't trade up, stay at 8. Okay, I got you. All right, so how many of you guys would draft Michael Penix at number 8 with his injury history? Put a 1 in the chat if you think you would trade him. I mean, all right, Jay Black said, keep them picks. Don't sell your soul to try to get one of these quarterbacks and end up like Carolina Panthers. Jay Black, I understand. But we need one of those top 3 quarterbacks, in my opinion. And that leads me, do you guys think that we should get Penix? If so, put a 1 in the chat. If 2, put a 2 in the chat if you say it's too risky. Do you feel like Michael Penix is too much of a risk?
Black 142 says 1.
1.
Lil Shiesty says 2. Morgantron Prime says 2. Jeep Rider says 2.
All right. So we got 1-1 and 3 2s. So their injury history is looming. Also, with the defense of Michigan, he was looking a little scared out there. Looked like he was trying to protect himself. And that was the best offensive line in college. Watching the Huskies had.
Black 142 says Penix will go after 4.
You think? No. I think Penix will fall to us. Oh, you think Penix will go to the Giants? Because the Giants are at 5.
42 says 4th pick.
Oh, no, the 4th pick is the Cardinals, man. They're keeping Kyler Murray. They're keeping Kyler Murray and going to get a...
He is injury prone.
Okay, I got you. Nah, Jay Black. The all indications they're going to keep Kyler Murray. So they want Marvin Harrison Jr. or the wide receiver from Washington, Ozone. He is injury prone. That is a serious risk. Shout out to Coach. He always talking about the Coach's Corner. Y'all check out the Coach's Corner. But yeah, Coach's Corner been saying that he's just too risky. I like the kid arm talent, man. But
142 says one thing about Penix is a great screen QB, which would be great for the Falcons.
That is true. That's definitely true because we got Bijan, and Bijan would love that. And we got Bijan and Algiers. So what are we going to do with that conundrum? Are we going to add Algiers in the package? We're going to add Cal Pitts in the package? Running back, yeah. I would like to see what one of these young quarterbacks could do with a Cal Pitts. You know? But hey, we don't know, man. I know Jonnu Smith can give you that production also. But yeah, I think that they may trade Cal Pitts or Algiers, maybe to try to get up and get a pick. So they may pick.
I like Falcons get HC Harbaugh, go get JJ.
Go get JJ. Oh, no, I disagree with that. I feel like JJ was playing like Ritter. I don't want JJ. That running game, he made one good pass. You know what I'm saying? That deep pass. That was a great pass down the sideline. But the rest was just carried by the running game, man. Hey, he won, so that's all that mattered. But that looked like a lot of Falcon games. We don't need to spend a top 10 pick on a game manager.
Black 142 says, Kyle Pitts has gone out of the ATL.
Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes. I can't even debate that. But yeah, back to JJ McCarthy. I can't spend a top 10 pick on a guy that's supposed to be a game manager. I'd rather just draft defense. I'll finally go get that pass rush I need.
Travis McNett says, what's up, fam? Hope everyone's day is good.
What up, Travis? I see you, fam. Welcome back to the stream. It's sounded for you.
Penix is a great deep ball passer.
Yeah, but you need time. The thing about it is, when I start thinking about it, I want Penix, but with his injury history, also his blind side is Caleb McGarry, guys. That's what we have to think about. That's the biggest thing. He's a left-hander who has mobility, but he's a little smaller too. I think he's about 6'1", 6'2". But he has no injury. At least he slides now. So he got a good baseball slide. But again, his blind side will be Caleb McGarry. And we all know that Caleb McGarry struggles on pass blocking. Excellent on run blocking, but he struggles on pass blocking. And that would be his blind side. So we got to think about that when we're drafting young talent, guys. And appreciate those hearts, guys. You guys are awesome. Keep those comments coming. Yeah, I don't know if we... Hold up.
We need a tall QB.
We need a tall QB.
142 says, LOL.
Man, I wasn't trying to call him... he's not as small as Bryce Young. Bryce Young's a little dude.
J Black 142 says, right, McGarry is on that side, LOL.
Exactly. McGarry's on that side, so that's his blind side. So we need to have a right tackle with the hands.
A QB that's mobile.
I think he's mobile enough to get around, but the way McGarry gives up sacks, he be whipping sometimes, or they swim move him and he just done. He be like, so I don't know, bro. That's getting an injury-prone quarterback with your blind side being the right side is not a good combination. When I started thinking about that more, I was like, it might give me more pause then. He's definitely the best passer of the football in this draft. By far. The best. All right, 6:15, guys. We got a game coming on later today.
Go get Daniels, he's mobile.
But again, Lil Shicey, the top three. I don't think they go past the top three.
I feel like Desmond can do better with a good QB coach.
Travis, I understand. I understand what you're saying. And I don't think Arthur Smith was there to develop. I don't think he could develop. So we can agree on that. We just disagree on his talent level. That's all. I think he's a project. He's a full-blown project. And he needed at least 3 years to sit and watch.
J Black 142 says, do you think we let McGarry go?
Nah, he's relatively cheap. McGarry's cheap. They're not letting him go. He's an excellent run blocker. He's in the top 5 in run blocking right guards. He's just in the bottom, you know what I'm saying? He's not really that good at pass blocking. Now, I think his stats only say he's like 18th or something like that. So that's almost middle of the pack. But again, we see it. We see the holdings and we see the giving up the sacks like he ain't there. So our view of it isn't as bad as it really is, but it is bad because it come in crucial situations, you know. So yeah, that's why that'll be my biggest worry about Penix is McGarry is his blind side. So that could get that kid hurt. Yeah. I was sitting there wincing every time he got hit. And he wasn't even on our team yet. ATL Dog said yes. I definitely want Jaden Daniels, man. I just don't know if we can get there, guys. I don't think we can give enough. We'll basically have to do something like the DeJounte trade and hurt our future in draft. It'll be a trade that they can't refuse. Almost a Herschel trade. You know. Now, if you feel like Jaden Daniels is a franchise quarterback, then go and do it. Forget them picks and go and do it. I feel like he is. So I think we got the pieces around him to make him, you know what I'm saying, to help him out. Now, he's not coming to a full cupboards that's bare situation. I'm not saying we're a quarterback away because our schedule is going to be, our schedule going to be tough. But again, I think if we had a good passer of the football, I think we could have won more games this season. So we need a quarterback and a pass rusher, guys. And if we don't move heaven and earth to go up in the top 3, then we need to get a pass rusher. I'll take a pass rusher over Penix. I will. I'll take Verse over Penix. I think he'll help AJ and Clark Phillips and Jesse Bates. I think he will help this overall defense more. ATL Dawes said that dead cap hit isn't bad if we release him in June, I think. Okay. Samuel Walker, what's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. It's time for you. 3 Dirty said, Penix isn't a first-round quarterback, in my opinion. I got you because of the injury history. I got you. Now, if he's there in the second round, then go get him. If he's there in the second round, we have to get him. But in the first round, go ahead and get your pass rusher. Go ahead and get Verse out of Florida State, in my opinion. I even like number 8 out of Washington. But yeah, more so than anything, we need a speedy linebacker that can be a pass rusher also, because in the 3-4, your linebackers usually get your sacks. Usually. I also Mono Bear. What's up, Mono Bear? I see you. Samuel said we that. What's going on, Samuel? Appreciate you coming through, though. Guess you Saints fans coming in, watching our misery. Hey, at least we got rid of our coach. Y'all still got Dennis Allen. So we appreciate Dennis Allen blowing us up like that with the score. Because it seemed like that saved his job. Because during the press conference, he sounded like he was giving Arthur Smith a whole bunch of glowing reviews and stuff like that, but you still fired him. Jay Black said, we need a pass rushing D tackle in the draft to complement Grady and Zach. I don't think Grady's going to be here. I think Grady, we save around $12 million. If we trade Grady. So yeah, either trade or cut. So yeah, we save a lot of money if we cut him before June or something like that. So yeah, he might be a cap. And man, I lost some Grady Jarrett, man. Unfortunately, it might just be a business move. It ain't nothing personal, it's business. Moto Bear say trade for whoever that won't suck. Yeah. ATL Dog says defensive end in the first round, then take a chance on Penix in the second or third. Yeah. Now, guys, if Penix was there in the second round, would you guys take a chance on him? I don't think Penix makes it to the third round, guys. His arm talent is too good. But if Michael Penix was there in the second round and the Atlanta Falcons come up, would you take a chance on him? Would you guys take a chance on Michael Penix in the second round? Or is that still too high? And you still go get a veteran. So if you get him in the second round, you obviously going to go with a veteran like Russell Wilson or something like that, most likely. Jay Black said, Penix in the second round for sure. Okay, I got you. So, yeah, go get your defensive end, your pass rushing, either defensive end or linebacker to fit the 3-4. Get Troy Anderson and make him an outside linebacker on the weak side and have him hunt the quarterback instead of being a middle linebacker. Re-sign Langman. You got to re-sign Lanneman. Have to. MW Franchise. What up, fam? I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome up, fam. MW, I saw you in that press conference. I saw you snapping in the chat. I saw a lot of guys in the chat, actually, man. And that's another thing, man. You guys are awesome, man. Because y'all were asking a lot of questions in the chat as Arthur Blank and Rich McKay was talking. So every last one of you guys, man, shout out to you guys, for real, for real. I think every last one of you guys are awesome. I know we all love our Falcons. He said I had to do it. Mono Bear says Michael Vick, the greatest Falcon quarterback. I think he's the most popular. I think Matt Ryan is statistically the best quarterback that's ever been in the Falcon uniform. He just is. Holds pretty much all the passing records and got us to a Super Bowl. I think throwing talent, Bartkowski was the best throwing talent as a quarterback. Just injuries wrecked him. You know what I'm saying? But accomplishments, it's Matt Ryan. Fan favorite, it's Michael Vick. All right, guys, we've been on about an hour and a half. I'm about to cut this short. Well, not short because it's been long, but I appreciate every last one of you guys for coming through. Yeah, I got a stream going on today. We're going to have a national game, the Memphis Grizzlies versus Dallas Mavericks. And wouldn't Ja Morant get hurt when I'm about to do a national game with the Grizzlies and the Mavericks? This is about to be a blowout. But, hey, it's on the schedule. We're going to do it. So I hope you guys come back and join us on that stream. Also, kick it with me, talk about a little basketball. But yeah, the season is over, but there's a whole bunch of more Falcon talk to do. We got the Combine coming up. We're going to do some Combine coverage, of course. When free agency come up, we're going to have little updates on that too. But we're finna get really hot and heavy into this Hawks. In about 90 or 89 days, we got spring training open up for the Braves. So yeah, man, the Dixon Way is not going to stop. Just keep on going and trying to give you guys the best entertainment, sports entertainment that you guys can watch on YouTube, man. What's up, Daniel? I see you, fam. Welcome back to the stream. It's time for you. Well, I just looked it up. It was supposed to be 8 o'clock, but NBA TV saying that it comes on at 8:30. So I got to adjust the time. But yeah, on NBA TV is moved from 8 to 8:30. So I'm looking at it right now, and it's at 8:30. So I'm going to change it, but it's on my schedule, man. I got the schedule up for a dang on near a month. So you guys get that check out. You'll see what we do. Just make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll know when we go live. So you get that little thing when we go live. Yep. Yeah, it should be I'm looking at it now, so it should be 8:30. Well, we about to get up out of here, man. I'm gonna get something to eat, then prepare this other stream. And I will see you guys back for the Memphis versus Dallas game. That's our national game for today on basketball. So, guys, as always, rise up, peace up, A-Town down. Come on, guys. Please get the coach we need. Draft our future quarterback. Let's go, man. Rise up. Y'all take it easy. Dude, 3:30 before I go says we can get Penix in the third. Now, I don't think he'll pass the third. 3:30. I don't think he'll make it the third. It's too many teams need a quarterback. If that dude is on the clock in the third round and we get him, that'd be the steal of steals. That'll be a third round pick quarterback that we'll be looking and be like, okay, this is the opposite of Desmond Ridder. You know what I'm saying? And we would still get a veteran quarterback in here to take over the reins because we don't believe in rebuilding. We believe in retooling. That's what Rich McKay and Arthur Blank and Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot has all repeated. So we might be in a bidding war between other teams that need a quarterback. And it is what it is with Russell. He got freedom to go anywhere he wants to. What's up, Wallace Smith? I'm about to get up out of here, but I appreciate you coming through. Let me give you a sounder. Please check out the replay, what we said. We got 3 parts. I got cut off 2 times. So I'm glad that whatever was happening with my system was working now. I appreciate every last one of you guys that came back and showed love, man, especially with these technical difficulties. You know, you guys came back and rocking with us, man. I really appreciate it. Me and Shonda do, man, because, guys, we only had 500 subscribers at this time last year. And now we're over 2,000, approaching 2,200. So from the bottom of our hearts, man, we really appreciate you guys. Like, really and truthfully, man. But, yeah, we'll be back with Dallas and Memphis at 8:30. As always, guys, peace up, A-Town down, deuces. Yeah, try to watch all 3, bro. Try to watch all 3. The first one was like 23 minutes. Actually, you don't even have to watch all 3. Let's watch the first part and the third part. And you get the gist of it. I was kind of preaching in the first part. And then the third part, I was just taking questions from the chat and stuff like that. So, yeah, I didn't even get a chance to get to the chat then. All right. Later.